19-year-old young girl loses her life because some boy couldn't take no for an answer. We really need the men in our neighborhoods to step up. Because at this rate, it don't seem like there's going to be any men made for the next generation. BBN Jack Frost. What's up, party people? Alright, so yeah. So apparently, a tragedy struck in Brooklyn the other day. Some young girls was at a store after a party, getting refreshments, and some infantile, emotionally insecure male was also there. I do not know this woman, this girl. She was only 19. But that boy needs to be found and he needs to be held accountable. Okay. Now, for everybody that don't know, the young girl, her name is Samaya Spain. I believe that's her name. I believe that's how it's said. It's spelled Samya. Spain. She was at a party with her twin sister and some friends. And after the party, they go to the local bodega. While at the local bodega, a young male comes in and tries to pick up the girl. Now, obviously, they're twins. I don't know which one he tried to pick up. Maybe he tried to pick up whoever caught what he was throwing. At whatever point, an argument ensues because I guess he couldn't take the rejection. Now, I'll talk about that a little bit later, but that's not the most important thing here. Upon him not being able to take the rejection, he gets loud. An argument then obviously ensues. The store owner kicks him out of the store. He goes out of the store. He's outside. He's kicking at the door. He's causing a ruckus. No one called the police. This is insane. I know no one wants to be a snitch, but we're living in a different day and age now. I was just sitting in a store the other day as some guy came in the store chasing after some kids, minors, kids. They just probably got out of elementary school or junior high school or something. And they had been throwing things at his car. He got a hold of one of their book bags. They're laughing and joking like it's funny as they're destroying his property. I told him to just call the police. We're grown adults trying to live in the same society. Call the police. Stop trying to get into physical altercations to show that you a man. Just let these people deal with the police. That's it. Stop putting your life on the line. Stop taking chances you do not need to take. There's people that love you. There's people that need for you to walk through that door every day. There's responsibilities that you have that you need to take care of. Stop thinking that every time somebody comes to you with their mental health disorder that you have to engage. Just call the police. Let them deal with them. There's a place that those people need to be. It's not free. It's somewhere in some kind of incarceration, getting some kind of conversation that can hopefully change their heart from what it is to what it should be. Now, with that being said, he was kicking at the door. No one called the police. At some point or another, the young ladies tried to go home. Now, I'm going to tell you what the sad part is. The sad part is none of those young ladies had a male that they could have called and said, yo, we need you to come down to the store. There's a thing happening. So there was no cops called. There was no males called. Can we please stop this thing that women don't need men? If the scariest thing out there is for y'all to walk home alone and some man to try to assault you, that's your fear. That's proof that you need men. Get away from that energy. That's all I'm saying. There was no male called to help them get home safely. There was no police called. When they went outside, he stabbed more than one woman. He stabbed like at least 2 people. He stabbed her dead in the chest. He was trying to take her life. These boys out here, they don't have any emotional maturity. Everything is emotion. I have people trying to do that to me all the time. You ever have people come up to you and just try to argue with you and yell and scream and raise their voice, trying to make you feel like you're less and that you have to raise your voice with them? And then they play the victim. These people are emotionally insecure. They have no emotional maturity. They're dangerous, and many of them need to be incarcerated or put away from the public because they're making sane people crazy. They band together sometimes, and they get together sometimes, and they'll go focus on one person to try to turn that one person crazy because of their mental illness. These people are dangerous. Y'all keep making excuses for them. The Democrats keep making excuses for these dangerous people out here on the streets. He tried to pick some girls up. They weren't with it. Now I want to talk about the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room is this, young ladies. There's not a lot of men out here nowadays to teach these young boys how to be men. Y'all got to be careful when you turn them down. You got to be mindful when you telling them no. You got to understand, you're not dealing with men who think like men. You're dealing with males who think like women. I'm going to say that again. You're not dealing with males who think like men. You're dealing with males who think like women. They think like women. Let's just be perfectly honest. No disrespect to single mothers. I know you're out there doing the best that you can. But a woman cannot teach a man to think like a man. She at her best can only teach a boy to think how she thinks a man thinks. And us as men, we know women are usually 100% wrong with how they think we think. So we have young boys being raised out here with no idea of the responsibility it takes to be a man. These are the young boys that's out here doing most of the harm to our community. You could be raised in a house with a male, but he might be effeminate. He might not have any masculinity in him. He might not have learned how to be a man. Being a man is much more than going to work and making money. Being a man is much more than paying bills. It's so much more. Just like being a woman is more than giving birth. It's so much more. This young lady lost her life because there's some parents out there that failed their son. Let's say what it is. This boy got kicked out the store and then he waited for that girl to come outside so he could take her life. Please send this guy to all of the prisons. He has a demon in him. That demon is active. He cannot fight it off. He needs to be removed from the streets. It's not safe for anyone out here while he's out here. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers, let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out.